Hi, how are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining me tonight. All right, let's see if I can figure this out. So I have a poinsettia project I wanted to show you all. I went to, I think I got this at Dollar General or Family Dollar, one of them, but it's a, like, I don't know how big this is. 12 by 12 square canvas. Keyword is flower, by the way. And I don't know how many dollars it was. A few. Okay? At the dollar store. I did not buy this from Hobby Lobby or anywhere. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Anywho, I bought this specifically for this project. I wasn't 100% on how I wanted to do it, but then it came together for me today inside of my brain. So hopefully it's going to come together physically also. And obviously I haven't used this paint yet. Hey Steph, how are you? Welcome. Y'all, I should have probably checked. I thought I had used this one already, so apologies. Why do they have to make it? I understand it's like probably so that it doesn't leak in shipping or whatever, but my gosh. They don't want me to get into this paint. Anywho, hi Joni, how are ya? This color is called Wild Wasabi, okay? We're going to paint the background of this canvas this color. And then I have poinsettia cutouts here. I have listed a bunch of new cutouts on my Etsy today, so go check it out. I also still have 2 of those mystery cutout bundles, so if you want one of those, you should grab one before they're gone. I don't have any more after that right now. I will. I was also thinking, and I wanted to bounce this off of you guys. So I have transfers here that, like, from the launch, let's say, okay, like Christmas transfers or whatever they are, that I have cutouts for, okay, but they're not available on the website anymore. Maybe I only have one of those. I'm wondering if y'all would be interested in them and if I should do a live sale showing those with the cutouts, and what you think about that. So let me know and I'll put something together. I think that would be fun though, like that that Santa one that says I saw that. I only have one transfer, but I do have cutouts that go with it, and I'm not going to use it on a live because you can't buy it on the website anymore. So I thought maybe you guys might be interested. I'm going to paint the edges of this too. And I'm going to hopefully not get paint all over myself. I probably will. So stay tuned to find out if I'm going to make a mess. Which most likely that's going to happen. Because when does it not, right? Oh, look, I can just hold on to the inside of the canvas. I'm not an engineer, but sometimes I think like a scientist, you know, work out my own problems. Okay. That is this wasabi color. Hopefully that's going to look good. I don't know. We're going to find out. Okay? Let me dry this before I... Hey, Lisa. Hi, Laura. Hey, Marie. Welcome, girls. I'm going to dry this. I don't want to get fingerprints all over it or anything like that. Okay? And with this dryer, it should dry pretty quick. Y'all, I'm telling you, I am obsessed with this thing, okay? I know, I actually mentioned it to one of my friends who's also a chocolate designer, and she said that she had bought it, but that she didn't like it because it gets too hot. And I'm like, no, it's great. And it doesn't blow. Well, maybe she didn't say it was because it doesn't get hot, but it doesn't blow hard enough. But it doesn't have to blow hard because it's hot. My day was great. Dinner was awesome. We just went to Dairy Queen, y'all. We're boring, okay? But, look, it doesn't matter the place as long as you like the person you go with, right? And I kind of like Chris. So I joke sometimes with him, you know, we've been married now for a year, but we've been together. Next April will be, God, 8 years that we've been together. Anywho, so we're not new to this, even though we've only been married a year. But anyway, whenever he like tells me like, you're so pretty, or like acts like he likes me at all, I'm so weird, y'all. I'm the weirdest. I'm gonna paint this with the poinsettias with this crimson, Waverly Crimson. I love Dairy Queen too. But I tell him all the time, like, oh my God, how embarrassing. You have a crush on me. That is like, must be really embarrassing for you. Because like, you know, like whenever you're in like elementary school and you admit that you like a boy, they make fun of you, right? And like, obviously we're married. So I don't know, it's just a funny little joke that we have amongst the two of us. And people probably think I'm insane whenever we're out in the world together and they don't know us, because we have little inside jokes that like that, where I'll be like, wow, that's pretty, you like me a lot. Like, it's kind of weird. I don't know. And he'll just look at me like, we've been together for 8 years. What are you talking about? And we're married. Anyways, we have fun together. But anyway, yeah, we went to Dairy Queen last night. So that was really nice. I like that. And it was more special because we like never actually go out to eat, hardly ever. I mean, I have to like drag this man out of the house to make him go out and eat with me. So normally we'll order in or I'll cook something. Rarely do we go out just because, like, I mean, I don't know. We're lazy. And neither of us really want to leave the house ever. So there's that. All right. One coat should be plenty on these. And I'll keep an eye on them and make sure that that's good enough coverage. In fact, I see a spot right there that I think I might need to just touch up a little bit. Anyway, it doesn't really matter because the transfer is this, and there's a lot of silk screen on it, so I'm not super concerned with that. Yes. Well, you know, I could have done that actually, yeah. Y'all, I don't know what's going on. A box just fell over. I've got so much crap in this room. I did actually just empty out 3 boxes. And I did open my transfers from the launch that I have had sitting over there for like a week or 2. I don't know how long ago I received them in the mail, but I haven't opened them. I did do that today, so that is progress. Okay, now we're going to begin in this way. Okay, with this background, I do need to dry this just a little bit more. We're gonna start here, and as you can see, there's some greenery. I think that's all supposed to be green. Pretty sure, from what I recall, on a poinsettia. So we're gonna do that part only in the background, and then we're gonna add the flowers, okay? I think it'll give a cool 3D effect. And, of course, you know we're gonna have to use shimmer paste on all of this, because why wouldn't we? Okay, we're going to use Shimmer Olive, which I don't know if you can tell on the video how good it is, but it's pretty darn good. I am going to wax this. I don't know if you're supposed to wax the canvas or not, but because I painted it, I'm going to. Now, if I hadn't painted it, what I would do is I would be sanding it lightly, okay? I don't want to sand it so much that it knocks a hole in it. But if you're going right onto a canvas with paste, it's going to be difficult. Why did I picked that up thinking it was a lid. It's going to be hard to get your transfer to like lay down correctly and things like that. I'm going to just on my shirt. You don't have to have a pheasant cloth, okay? I did add one to the link so that you could get, if you want to grab it, you can get that and qualify for the color of the month with your purchase, okay? But you don't have to buy one. If you want to get that color of the month, which is, I think it's called something borrowed, pretty sure. I don't know, maybe it's not. I might be going crazy. But it's a really pretty blue. And I don't know if y'all know this or not, but it's also one of the club colors this month. So you need to go grab that before it's gone. I don't think it's going to last long. Okay, as you can see, I put this diagonally. Okay, because it's not going to cover the whole thing. And I wanted to cover as much as possible. And I didn't just want it to be straight up and down because boring, right? All right. We're going to use Shimmer Olive. And I'm just going to do the greenery parts of this transfer with the olive on the background. Okay? And I'm going to peel this up here in just a second. Do paste and peel so that your paste doesn't dry. Ooh, that's pretty. And then just set it right back down and don't push it back down, okay? Just let it fall. It'll be fine. You don't need to dry it or anything like that. I've seen other people dry it. You don't need to. Y'all, so last night, I went to bed like a good girl at a regular time. It probably wasn't a decent time, but it was kind of late. Anyway, I go in there, go to lay down, and I hear Dozer start retching in his kennel. And, y'all, this poor baby threw up twice. And it was, like, real bad. Like, all of the food he had just eaten, I'm sure he had probably just, like, ate a whole bowl of dog food right before he went to bed because he just was puking his guts up. And so I got that cleaned up and literally went to lay back down and he started again and it was liquid. So now, at some point this weekend, I'm going to have to pull out his kennel and shampoo the carpet underneath it. Like, he went to the door at least, so he's got this giant, massive kennel, because he's a big dog. He's like 75 pounds or so. Alright, so I know this looks weird, but do not fret, okay? There's that. We're going to set this to the side. Find somewhere to put it that it can just hang out for a minute. And then we're going to move on to the flowers, okay? And let me get all my paste figured out here. I'm going to use my same squeegee because I don't want to clean multiple squeegees. Anyways, so yeah, he went to like, so the kennel is probably big enough for two of him to fit in there. So he's got plenty of room in the back. And he has this big giant pillow that he sleeps on, but that was ruined. Luckily, it has like a really nice cover on it. So, it wasn't too badly destroyed, but, oh my gosh, y'all. I'm trying to clean it, and finally I just tell them, like, get out of the kennel, let's go outside, because he's still, like, doing that business. I'm not even going to wax this, or fuzz again or anything because this transfer has so much silkscreen on it. If you can see, all of it basically is silkscreen. I don't want to keep this from sticking at all. Okay, so no wax on this part. Anywho, so yeah, he was not in a good way. This is Shimmer Crimson. So I take him outside, and then I decide, okay, well, he's just going to mess around out here. He was acting fine. He used the restroom. He was good. And so I take him back in, and I'm like, well, let me go ahead and just take your bed out and just remove it and put you on the hard bottom part. Well, I can't be having him sleep on the hard bottom part. I mean, my dog is gonna be comfortable in there. So I went in my office and grabbed his extra bed that's in there, and put it in there for him to sleep on. Uh-oh. And that seemed to work fine. So, and then he didn't get sick anymore. Thank goodness, because y'all, nothing worse than a dog throwing up to wake you up in the middle of the night. It happens too frequently around here. So I did give him, I buy heartburn medicine for him, Pepsid I think it is. And I just have like a giant bottle of Pepsid that I'll give him every now and then because he does get stomach upset. Not like that often, but like once every couple of months. And so that seems to settle it down. But man, talk about stressful. Ooh, this is really pretty. Okay, so I do have a bit of an issue, which I'll fix as soon as this dries. Okay. See that little dot of green? I actually have 2 spots. So I'll take a tiny, tiny little paintbrush and just touch that up once this is all dry. So I'm going to set that over there and grab my other one. And I'll try to do better on this one. Let's see. There we go. So anyway, that was my evening. And then this morning, so I had texted Chris last night, like while he was sleeping, and told him, like, whenever you get up in the morning, check and see if Dozer is thrown up again. Well, I heard Chris moving around in the room, like getting his socks and stuff to go to work, and it woke me up. And so I'm like, oh my God, did he throw up again? And he did not know what I was talking about because he hadn't looked at his phone yet. And I guess he hadn't because he looked and there was no vomit, so thank goodness. But this morning, whenever I got up, it was fine. And he's been fine all day. So I don't know what that was about. It always worries me, though, because I have 2 friends that have dogs that eat socks and underwear and stuff. And although I don't leave my socks or underwear laying on the floor because I'm a civilized adult who puts my stuff into the laundry basket immediately whenever it's dirty. My husband, he is terrible about leaving socks. And my daughter, she is the number one, like, if I find socks outside in the yard, it's because my daughter has left them. One of them, but most of the time it's Ivy, but a lot of the time Chris too. Which, y'all, drives me crazy. It absolutely drives me bonkers. And, you know, I'm like, I can't ban socks in this house, but I'm tempted. Really tempted. Yeah, Kathy, I mean, I joke around and say that, like, I gave birth to him, but he is my little baby, you know? And he's completely helpless and defenseless without me, so I've got to be there for him. Now, we're going to have to clean this one up. Let me look for... I need a tiny, tiny brush, okay? A little bitty one with a short... that one's not little bitty, but it's small. Just to kind of see if I can't touch that up. Alright, we'll see if we can... Okay. That's dry. Now, the great thing about these shimmer pastes, this one in particular, it paints really nice. So you could try that if you wanted to paint with it. Now, I'm just going to lay that over it and clean up my boo-boo here. Okay, I noticed I have another 2 spots right there. So that's perfect. Okay, literally perfection. Let's dry that and then we'll put this whole thing together. And this is really pretty. Super duper sparkly. Dry this one a little bit more too. So shimmer paste does take just a little bit longer to dry, so keep that in mind whenever you're working with it, that it's not going to dry as fast as matte paste. It does dry eventually, just not quite as fast. Okay, now I'm going to place these first so that I can make sure that I'm happy with them. There we go. Ooh, this is really pretty. And Stick Fast to the rescue. I did order some new Stick Fast last night. Uh-oh. That lid is stuck fast. Okay. Hopefully that's gonna hold really well. I've never glued onto a canvas before, but I mean, Stick Fast is like a miracle glue. Okay, it is no joke, really super strong. And the only thing that I just want to warn you is whenever you go to set this down, just make sure that you're not, that you know where they're going to sit in relation to each other, okay? That's why I took an extra couple of seconds just to make sure that my placement was good. And then you could also even add a little more greenery around here if you wanted to. You could even get 2 sets of these and like add some smaller ones if you wanted to. But I think that's pretty good. I'm liking that a lot. And you cannot see how good that shimmer is, but it is really pretty. It is so gorgeous in person. I'm loving this. So anyway, you can comment the word flower to go grab this for yourself and make this project. Make it your own. I love you all so much. I hope that you have a wonderful night, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? All right. Bye.